Haunting of Hill House.
Oh, who was that? Who's laughing? Anyways. Whoa! Scary. This show, this Netflix original series is pretty scary.
Yes, let's start with that. It is a Netflix series. It's about 10 episodes called The Haunting of Hill House. Don't know who it's directed by. I barely recognize one of the actors.
Oh, except for the mom. You know the mom. She's been in.
Oh yeah, she's
I don't know her name.
She was in that Jet Li movie.
She was also in Snake Eyes with Nicolas Cage.
So she has a pretty good record.
She has a pretty good record, so she's been around. Anyways, this series is, in my opinion, probably the best series this year.
Yes, I agree.
Of all. Even better than Daredevil, may I say. Because I love Daredevil season 3, but I've never been engaged in the characters and the story and just scared out of my mind. Like, it's not one of those shows that jump scares you like all. I hate those shows.
But there is some of that.
But there is some of that. But this one is psychologically like, what the heck is playing with you? And so
yeah.
I love this show. What about you?
Well, I love it too. Let's get into the plot. This family moves into this big house called Hill House.
Can I say something? Why would you move into that house in the first place? You look at the house like, I don't want to deal with that.
He wants to flip it and sell it and get a profit. That's the whole thing. So that's what they're trying to do here. And little by little, weird things start happening, crazy hallucinations, and this movie does a really good job of kind of like making you really uneasy while you watch it.
Right off the bat, episode 1, when you see the bent-necked lady, I freaked out. It's that one scene when the girl was sleeping on her side, the daughter, and all of a sudden the hand come over the face. I was like, oh my gosh, it just freaked me out. It's like, ugh.
Yeah, okay, so this movie is a different kind of horror. I would consider a rated R horror movie, but not for like the reasons you think. There's some language, but that's pretty much it. Yeah. There's not blood or anything.
No nudity, none of that stuff. It's just mainly language and just scare parts.
But with that said, this movie does a really good job of scaring you in other ways. Now, the biggest thing about this series, and Tom will agree, is that this movie has ghosts in it, but they are
there's one right there.
They're not pointed out. There's no music to show you and to like emphasize that there's a ghost in the background. The camera will pan, and you'll see like a face around the corner, but barely. Only if you're looking for it, and that's the scariest part. Ghost in this house.
What Paul was saying that this movie makes you uneasy. Every time when it gets dark when it gets dark in the show, I get so uneasy. I'm like preparing myself to see something. Like, the funny thing is, it's such a good show because they make you uneasy and on your the edge of your seat because you don't know what you could see. Sometimes you don't even see anything. But
you're still freaked out.
And you still freak out. Like, you're like, oh crap, but that's nothing. That's just a guy grabbing something out of the closet or, stuff like that. Like, but the noise and the uneasiness and the tension that the way the director made the show just made you thinking like there's always going to be a ghost coming. And I think that what makes it such a good show is that they make you think and they try to anticipate you to get scared and stuff. And so, let's talk about characters. Unless you have something else.
I want to talk about episode 6.
Oh, hold on. Okay. Episode 6. The greatest episode in television or in series ever.
If you watch any episode,
ever. This one is.
Anyway, okay, let's talk about characters.
About the characters. Now this is about the siblings. The
Crane family.
The dad.
2 twins.
What's their name? I forgot their name.
Luke.
And
That's not it.
Nelda.
I'm gonna say.
Nelly.
I should know that because.
Thank you, Ghost.
Okay, so Eleanor, Nelly, Luke. Sean?
No. Stephen is the older brother and
the Crane.
The Crane from and the other one. What's her name? Man, I don't know. The girl that danced.
Eleanor.
Is it Eleanor? Yeah, it is Eleanor. Okay, I think it's Eleanor. Anyways, so this is about the 4 brothers and sisters that lived in this summer home. This is the summer, and they start noticing a lot of things going on in the house. there's just one room that they can't get in, and it's
The red door room.
the red door room. But it's, oh man, is this a spoiler? Are we spoiling? No, I don't want to spoil
I don't wanna
because
spoil it.
we don't want to spoil it because we want you to enjoy the show before you. We don't want to spoil it for you. Anyway, so and this room plays a very important. It's a very important room in the story because
Yes.
it is like
And you don't know why.
you don't know
until
why.
the very end.
Very, and it is set up perfectly the way how they make this red door room a center of what this family is going through. And so I thought it was perfect. The characters, I love Luke. I thought his character was good.
Little boy Luke or
Little boy, both. I thought I feel so bad that no one believed anything that he says. It's like. When I watch this show, it's like, man, I gotta believe what my kids tells me sometimes. Because what if I don't listen to them and stuff happen like this? And so,
And then they jump off a balcony.
and yeah, and because of and the way the show works is they go flashback, to present, flashback to present. So you see the young actress and actors, play the role, and then the adults as well. So. And it was so beautifully done, and the editing was amazing in this one. The way they cut to scene to scene, and so the characters is awesome. Like I said, Luke was probably my favorite. What about yours?
It's really hard to say. Like all the child actors did really well.
Yeah.
All the adult actors did really well. I'd say collectively, I don't have a favorite. They all did really well.
That's true. That's true.
So each episode, so it starts out with one episode, and it's all kind of centered around Steven, sort of.
Because
The next episode is centered around one of the sisters, and it does that until they get through everybody.
Yeah.
And then is episode 6.
Oh man.
Episode 6.
All one shot.
So okay, starts out with in a funeral home with all the adults. I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna tell you whose funeral, but it's all the adults, and every shot, or there's only one shot. It's one take. All the actors acting, and then it goes to the house scene. A flashback to the house.
Flashback.
Again, all one shot.
All one shot.
One take.
Panning.
There's ghosts in the background.
Now, this has been done before in Daredevil. If you watch season 1, 2, and 3, they have this type, the panning. Daredevil season 1, when they did that, was amazing.
They also do this in The Revenant. If you see The Revenant, long shots are just like
amazing. But for some reason, this one did it so beautifully. It was. You were engaged in episode 6. You were so engaged in everything that they do, the movement, the background, what's going on, and it all took place in just one entire shot, the whole entire sequence.
Rule of thirds.
It's amazing. That probably, to me, that's one of the best cinematic, television series ever, I think, in my opinion. So, but let's talk about something that this show goes into everything. Now, if you watch this show, try to look like Paul says. Try to look for everything because there's ghosts.
Look at the background.
Everywhere.
Even if two people talking, having a conversation, look behind them.
Yeah, and the other thing about this movie that I love is there's, besides the story, there's a meaning behind every shot and every scene. I think the brothers and sisters represent certain things because it talks about mental illness in this one as well, and how are they being haunted, or is it more of in the family having mental illness, and it goes into that. The brothers and sisters, I thought it was pretty cool, represent certain aspect of mental illness that are like certain characters of what mental illness, like the brother Steven is denial. He's denial.
Not Nell, but one of them is anxiety.
The other one is depression, addiction. So there's such a subtle. I guess you can call it a subtle. What's the word?
Subtle, not so subtle.
Yeah, meaning what this show is all about too. And so I thought that was really clever. There's this one scene that scared the shit out of me, and I'm not going to tell you about, but it scared me so much that I had goosebumps everywhere. My nipples are hard.
Your wife actually said to me that she swore.
Yeah, she swore. My wife swore. Because it was just like, what the heck? It was crazy.
That was pretty shocking.
Anyways, I don't want to give any more. We just want to give you our feelings. And episode 6 is the best. Pay attention to that. But we want you to watch the entire series. Every episode is good, and you'll be engaged in the characters, in the story, and you will be scared out of your mind, in my opinion. In fact, it still plays a little bit in my mind because there are times when I'm putting my daughter to sleep.
There was an episode where I went to bed that night and I was kind of like, it's quiet. I don't like it.
Sometimes when I put my little girl to sleep,
You'll walk out of the room and she's walking down the hallway. Daddy, there's someone in my bed.
That scares the car. But like I would say goodnight and I would tuck her in, and in the corner of my eye, I'm looking in the corner of my eye and see there's nobody there because I'm freaking out. I'm telling you, this show will mess with you in that way. So now let's give this a rating. What
opening night?
Opening night.
Even though it's a Netflix show,
yeah.
That's just our rating.
Just
top opening night.
Oh my gosh, same opening night. Go see it. You enjoy it. We promise.
All right.
Later.
See you next time.